Okay, hello everyone. We're going to talk about how to build a website using the web app Weebly. So you'd go to www.weebly.com. You'll just need an email address and create your own password to sign up. You get 2 free sites that you could build registered to each email address. Once you register, you can just pause and do that on your own if you'd like to, but once you register, it'll show you a page such as this, and you're going to go to Add Site. I'm going to say that the focus of my site is a website, not a blog. Then it gives me some different template styles to choose from. This is just a starting off point to launch off from. So let's say I want my page to look something like this with the wood background. I hover over it and click Choose. And then it's going to ask me to choose my website domain. If you'd like your domain to be free, where you don't have to register or pay for it, you need to click on Use a Subdomain of Weebly.com. What that means is whatever you decide to call your website, it is going to be .weebly.com instead of just .com. If you'd like your own .com or .org, you're going to have to select Register New Domain, and that will cost you some money. So I want this to be free, so I'm going to select Use a Subdomain of Weebly, and I'm going to call this Miss Coleman LRC. It says that that's available, so then I click on Continue. Right, so now I'm at my template. I can change anything that's on here, or I could leave it as is and just hover over to edit the text. So again, if I wanted to call this the Miss Coleman page, I just click over it and change it. And there I have it. Notice that there are some tabs up here at the top of the page. If I want to edit what types of tabs or pages I have within my site, I would go to the Pages editor up here. So notice that right now I have 3 pages, a home page, an about page, and a contact page. So if I want to add another page to that, I go up here and click Add Page, and then it gives me some different page types I can have. A standard page, where it's going to look like just a regular web page, a blog page, a store page, which you would obviously use if you were selling things, or if you want your page to go to an external link. So let me show you the difference. If I go to Add Page, Standard Page, I need to give it a name. Okay, so maybe I will call this the research page, where I will have links for kids to access research. So I just call it research, and I could decide how the page is laid out. Do I want it to have a tall header, which means that my header is very long, a short header, you see that it's a little bit shorter, no header, or a landing page. And I'm going to go with tall header. And then I'm just going to hit Save and Edit. Now you'll notice that across the top of the page I have research, and when I click on it, I do have my tall header, and the rest of it is blank, where I could add in things that I'd like. And it tells me I can drag elements there. So let's go to that option. I can drag in a title or text. Title is obviously for when you're going to be typing in a heading or some sort of title. And then text is like paragraph text. So if I want to call this drag over, all I have to do is click on title, drag it over with my mouse, and then it says click here to edit. So now I can say research links, for 6th grade. I can edit my text using bold, italics, underline. I can make it larger or smaller by clicking on the plus and minus. So if I want that to be bigger, I can change the color of my text. I can make it a standard color. Okay. I can hyperlink it if I'd like to take me to a URL. Okay. I can change the justification. Okay, so all of those things to edit my text. If I want to put in paragraph text, again, I can just drag that under. And then you see that it automatically comes up a little smaller. I can type in whatever I'd like. You can also cut and paste from a Google Doc or a Word document into there. That might be easier to prepare your text in another place and then put it in, but you could also just type directly as I just did. If I want to add an image to my page, I just drag over image. And then I click to upload an image, and it gives me some choices. I can either search for an image somewhere on my computer. If I have a URL to an image on the web, I could do that. Or I could just take one immediately from my computer. And I could go into my pictures file and click on the picture I want and say open. As you can see, it's uploading and then it appears. And if I click on it, it gives me some options to edit the image. I can justify it to the left, center, or right. I can link the picture to make it a hyperlink. I can put a caption under the picture. There are some advanced features, like putting a border around the picture. So that's something that you could play around with on your own. I'm going to put this in the center, and let's say I put a caption, and that puts Angie, Katie, and me. Click off of it, and then you see my caption appears down here under my picture. Okay. If I changed my mind and decided I didn't want any of these features on my page, if you notice as I hover over, each of them has this light blue box with an X in the corner, and that would be a way that I could delete it. So if I wanted to get rid of this text, I could. It asks me if I'm sure, and I say yes. Another way you could add an image is, instead of just putting a single image, you could put a gallery. So if I wanted to put a gallery, I just drag that to where I want it. This allows me to upload several images at once. So I have some pictures of Michael from the Ice Bucket Challenge. So if I wanted to make a whole gallery of pictures of Michael, I could select them all, hit open. And that's a way to add many pictures at once. Another way of adding pictures, if I'd like, is through a slideshow. A slideshow, as you can see, there's some different templates of what it would look like. So for example, these would feature one of the pictures large and the rest as thumbnails on the bottom. And then I'll rotate through those pictures as in a slideshow, so you can choose how it goes. This one has no thumbnails, but it gives you the option to actually click through the slideshow. Let's say that I want that. And again, I'm going to upload some photos that I want. I'll take my dog pictures here, put them in, and this allows me to manage my slideshow. That comes up automatically. I could just drag one over if I want to reorder them. I can hyperlink the photo. I can put a caption, or if I choose my mind or change my mind, I can delete it from the slideshow. Then I'm going to hit save, and you'll see down here that instead of having a gallery where all of the pictures show at once, it's just going to go through these like a slideshow. If I hover over it, I could pause, or I could automatically transition them on my own. Okay, some other cool things that you could drag into your page is some structural things. If you look over here on the left menu, I can put in a divider to make it look nicer, divide the sections, and so now it actually put in a line for me. I could put in a spacer, which will automatically create some space, but without a line, space between sections. I could put in a button, which I hyperlink, or a search box if I would like. Different media I could embed. Now notice that these two things have a little star in the corner. That means that those are only with the paid subscriptions to Weebly, so those do not come with my free sign up here, but I can add a document, a YouTube video, a Flash video, or a file. So I'm going to go back up to my pages. No, I'll stay on this page. I'm just going to say I want a YouTube video in the bottom here. Now what's going to come up is going to look like, ooh, I don't want this. I don't want this YouTube video. But this is just to show you that a video will go here. You actually have to click on it, and it'll ask you to put in a YouTube URL. So I'm going to go in. Let's see. I have a URL here. Open that. I'm going to copy the URL. Now I'm going to go back to my Weebly page. I'm going to paste it, Command V, and then I have to actually click off of it, and there's my video, How Do You Dewey? Notice again, if I click here, if I want the video to be on the left or on the right as opposed to in the center, I can. Okay, I can change some margins there with spacing. Okay, there's not many advanced features I could really do. Now there's my YouTube video. And what's nice is that it'll play right within the screen for me. If I want to add a document, drag that down. So let's say, like I did on my LRC webpage, that I want to upload a PDF here. So I'm going to click here, choose Upload New File. Let's see what I have here. So let's say I want to upload the first grade scope and sequence. I can hit open. Don't worry if it says, sorry, we can't display this document. It's just saying that while it's converting, it will eventually display. Sometimes I have had initial trouble with a Word document. Other times it's gone through. You may have to save a document as a PDF before you decide to upload it into Weebly. And there we go. It shows up in Scribd. It has its own little scroll bar here. And it gives you the ability to zoom in or out. And that allows you to put your files in there, and others cannot edit that file. There are other things that you could put in. An RSVP form. You could put surveys into your website. You could put in an RSS feed. You can create a discussion forum, which allows people to post comments to a page, and you get to moderate whether those comments are posted or not. So if you would like your students to have a discussion on your page, but you get to see them before they're posted live on the web, you can try a discussion forum. I could help you with that at a later time if you'd like. Let me go back to pages here. If I want to go to my contact page and edit that, and hit save and edit and go to my contact page, and in here I can drag in this contact form, and automatically it makes people fill in their first and last name, their email, and their comment. It says click here to edit. I can put contact Ms. Coleman. Okay. And we can make anything in here required. Notice that if it has a red asterisk, that means it's required. If I turned that off to no, then it's not going to be required. If I hit save, it should have worked. Oh, maybe I don't know what I just did. Let's go to form options. So we could give the form a name. It allows you to put in your email address, what email address these comments will go to. Do you want to send somebody a confirmation? You can set up what it says, what confirmation text the people get once they've submitted a comment. You can change what the submit button looks like or where it is on the page. So again, that's something to play around with on your contact page. Make sure you always hit save. Let's say I wanted to edit my header image. Again, if I hover over it, I can hit edit image, and I can add an image from my computer. And then it shows me in the light what is going to be showing. So if I move my picture, I can choose to show only my legs. I can try to get myself in there. I can move myself over. So that looks kind of funny because I'm cut off. But then you can do some effects if you'd like with your picture. I can make it black and white. I can make the edges look burnt. It's kind of strange, but you could play around with your header. Just make sure, again, you hit save. You could save to all pages. You could make a change on this page of your site only, or select certain pages that it goes to. If you change your mind, you could always revert back to the original image, which I'm going to do right now, because otherwise that looks silly. Now, once you've saved everything, you're going to want to go to publish, and that means that this is live on the web. Okay. And now it's asking me to verify because this is the first time I'm publishing. Now, if I go to misscolemanlrc.weebly.com, I should see the site live. So let's try it. And there is my silly page. There is the extra page that I added. I didn't put anything on the home page, which is why it's blank. I should have my contact form in there. Notice that the text that I changed is here, and on my research page should be all the silly things I tried out. Like so. So those are the basics of Weebly. It's as easy as dragging and dropping. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to help you at any time. Just let me know. And for now, that is Weebly. Have fun creating your website.